Alright, let's go over the full functionality of our climate menu in this 2026 Porsche Cayenne. I get a lot of questions about this, not quite as often as things like media or Apple CarPlay, but I think this is important to know nonetheless. So we're going to hit climate menu down here in the center console. That pulls up this screen, which is a little odd if you're not used to something, a car, that's brand new. This has become pretty standard in a lot of German cars, at least. They have a separate climate screen because we've gotten rid of so many buttons down here. There are more controls than they want you to have, or that they want you to have, than can fit on this panel down here. So, I'm going to start down here. Obviously, all 5 of these physical toggles refer to what is above them. So, driver temperature, passenger temperature, driver fan speed, passenger fan speed. This one is turning off or on your actual air compressor or condenser. If you have this off, it's not going to condense the air to actually feel air conditioned. So you're going to want that little toggle on for air conditioning. If you have it off, this is more so like if you want to filter in outside air, just fresh air without being cooled. So what I like to do sometimes on days when it's perfect temperature for me, like 68 degrees or 70 degrees or 65, and I'm driving home from work, I like to turn this off and then drag my temperature all the way down to low, put my fan speed where I want it, and what that's doing is it's drawing in outside air, which actually right now it's quite cold at 34 degrees, but so that's pulling in 34 degree air. So on a day like today, it could actually be cooler than the car can actually make it cool with the air conditioning on. And you're not using as much energy. I'm gonna go back to auto. Okay, and then of course above that we've got AC max. So we all know what that does. It just puts your air conditioning on as hard and as cold as possible until you want it turned off. Let's see. Currently sync is enabled. If we unsync that, then we've got full independent temperature adjustment for passenger and driver side. Same with fan speed. You can control these all on their own. Hitting sync again resyncs these together, as well as the back. So you're controlling the back seat too whenever you are adjusting your own on the sync setting. Of course, well, let's get to cooled and heated seats later. There's more adjustability to those in the screen. Max defrost for the front window, and then the rear defrost, which also does your side mirrors. Circulation on and off. So we're going to turn up to the screen now. This is where your zones now live. So if I wanted all on my face, I'd hit this guy. All on my feet, I would hit this guy. Notice they turn blue whenever they've been selected. And you can do all 3 if you want. But if you're going to do that, you might as well just hit auto and let the car control itself, because it's using all 3 of those as well. These 2 vents up here are actually controlled via this button in the middle of the screen. So right now it's blue, they are open. If we click it once, those 2 close up with a flap inside the dash. And actually what that does is it lets these 2 blow a little bit more forcefully. So these 2 vents, I've got a separate little short video on those, so you can watch that, but they're not really for any directional airflow or for defrosting the windshield. They're mostly just for recirculation, or circulation I should say. I usually like to have those on. Here's an off button just to turn off everything. You can hit off again to turn it back on. Another way you can turn things off is just dragging your fan speed to the very bottom. I always hit auto to turn it back on, but you can hit fan speed up, whatever you want to do. Eco is probably something you're never going to use. If you're trying to heat it up in here, it's going to not work as well. If you're trying to cool it off in here, it's not going to work as well. It's just trying to reduce the drain that it's putting on the engine. So maybe on those days when it's a more mild temperature, you could use that, but that's nor here nor there. Soft and strong, I've got a separate video for that, so I'm going to link that in the description. And then up here, we've got the auxiliary vent, which this is if you wanted to set a couple different times of the week that you want to have the auxiliary ventilation, which is mostly just these two up here, start venting. That's just gonna kind of clear out any sort of stale air inside the cabin, if you will. The car can't be started remotely. You can't start the engine, so you can't actually have the air conditioner running with that, but this can be helpful for just, I guess, kind of getting the temperature inside the car more close to the outside ambient temperature. Got a button for rear control. Of course, if you are synced up right here, any move that I make with this button or this button will adjust the back as well. So, one last thing. If we're on the climate screen, we hit this little settings gear button. We actually have options for driver and passenger footwell temperature. So what's interesting here is you can actually adjust if you want it cooler, warmer, or normal compared to the rest of the car. I am somebody who actually just normally has colder feet, like all the time. I guess I have poor foot circulation. So I sometimes like to put that on warmer and then keep the rest of my climate settings set to, you know, what seems comfortable for me up here around my torso and my head. So just so you know, that is an option. If you have any other questions about your climate control, please don't hesitate to reach out to Harper Porsche. Reach out to me. My name is Ben, and I'll be happy to help you through.